Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to the PEMCO video on how to fill out the 9548 contract from HUD and avoid common errors often found within. This is the final page of the contract package that will populate or become available in your HUDHomestore.com account once your bid has been accepted. Blank ones are available within the contract packages under the Forms tab at HUDPEMCO.com if you would like to review them. That being said, let's go ahead and get started on line 1. Line 1 is stating that your buyer has in fact agreed to purchase the property. It is asking for the purchaser's name and the address that the buyer is going to buy. When this form is printed from your HUDHomestore.com account, these two lines will be filled in for you based on the information you've already entered on the bid submission page. Line 2 is stating that HUD has in fact accepted the bid and agrees to sell the home. This blank requires your buyer's name to be repeated exactly the same way as line 1. If you have printed this form from the HUDHomestore.com account, this line should be auto-populated for you. That being said, this brings us to our first commonly made error. Our contracts department has discovered that the HUDHomestore.com software currently has a slight glitch that results in line 2 being left blank after printing. If you're not reviewing the contract lines that HUDHomestore.com fills in for you, it's an easy error to miss. To avoid this error altogether, after printing of course, make sure you review every line on the page. And if line 2 is in fact found to be blank, please just write your buyer's name verbatim from line 1. In blue ink, always in blue ink. It is imperative that the names match exactly. If not, or if left blank, your contract will be incorrect and sent back for revisions. Here, I think it is also important to note that once a contract is sent back to you for revisions, you only have 2 days to fix the errors and return the package to PEMCO. If the contract is returned still containing errors, it will be canceled and awarded to the next highest bidder. So please use this video, use PEMCO listing brokers, or even just HUD experienced agents as resources so that you can submit a perfect contract every time. Line 3 states the purchase price of the home followed by earnest money details. The purchase price will be auto-populated, and the second blank is asking for the amount of earnest money paid. This number will be $500 for purchase prices of $50,000 or below, or $1,000 for $50,001 or above. This blank should only be one of those two amounts, $500 or $1,000. The third blank is asking who will be holding the earnest money. If not auto-populated, this line should be filled in by you with the phrase HUD or HUD designated closing agent. For those who are not aware, you will be submitting your buyer's earnest money check with the package. PEMCO will then send it to the closing agent to manage. Line 4 is asking you to verify the type of financing your buyer will be using. Please notice the first 2 checkbox options. The top checkbox should only be checked if the buyer is taking advantage of FHA insured financing. If using cash or conventional financing, you will check the bottom checkbox for non-FHA financing options. If checking the box for non-FHA financing options, then you have completed line 4. Other boxes and lines should be left blank. If your buyer is in fact using FHA insured financing, then check the top box and proceed to check the next box that specifies which FHA option is being used, 203B, 203B with escrow, or 203K. The preceding line stating with a cash down payment of should only be filled in if your buyer is taking advantage of FHA's $100 down payment incentive. If so, please write in $100. If not, just leave it blank. It will not be necessary to fill in this line. The next 2, concerning mortgage and number of months, should also be left blank. Don't even worry about them. This brings us to our next most common error. The line referring to escrow starting said mortgage ... is strictly for use when your buyer is using FHA 203B financing with repair escrow. Currently, There is a glitch in the HUDhomestore.com software that will populate this line with the escrow amount on the listing no matter what financing is being used. If your buyer is not using FHA 203B financing, this line should be left blank or zero. If you find, upon reviewing the printed 9548, that HUDhomestore.com has in fact populated this line when it shouldn't have, like situations where you've checked boxes for 203B, 203K, or cash or conventional. These options do not have escrow amounts, so this amount shouldn't be there. So if this is the case, please strike through the amount in blue ink and write 0. Line 5 is concerning the amount of closing costs HUD will be paying. As stated in the HUD guidelines, HUD will allow up to 3% of the purchase price to go towards closing costs. You will have filled in this numeric figure on the bid submission page, and therefore it will be auto-populated for you. Line 6A. This line is the numeric figure representing the amount the selling agent will receive as their commission from HUD. Per HUD guidelines, the selling agent can receive up to 3% commission. This numeric figure, once again, will have already been filled in at the bid submission page and therefore will be auto-populated for you. Line 6B is the numeric figure representing the amount the listing agent will receive as their commission from HUD. Per HUD guidelines, the listing agent is guaranteed a 3% commission. This numeric figure will have already been filled in at the bid submission page and once again will have been auto-populated for you. Line 7 is an easy one. Line 7 is just line 3 minus the amounts in lines 5, 6A, and 6B. HUDhomestore.com does the arithmetic for you, so the number will be auto-populated. On line 8, you will see the box that appropriately identifies your buyer type already checked for you because you previously identified your buyer type on the bid submission page. Disregard the small line to the right that states discount at closing. This line will only be used by nonprofits or government agencies. Line 9 is where you will state the closing timeline. For normal closings like 203B or conventional or cash closings, 45 is the appropriate number to fill in. For 203K closings, this blank should be filled in with 60. The next blank you can totally leave blank, don't even worry about it. Line 10 will be auto-checked for you because you will have already indicated whether you would like to be considered a backup offer on the bid submission page. On line 11, either box concerning LBP addendum will be auto-checked based on whether the LBP addendum is necessary. The other checkbox you can disregard. You won't need to fill this in. Line 12 is a very important statement concerning how earnest money is handled if the buyer fails to act in accordance with this contract. Please take note of the two tiny lines at the end that are asking for you and your buyer's initials. These lines are often missed, and the result is a rejected contract. Line 13 is the certification of the purchaser. Your buyer's name and current address will auto-populate beneath the text. A signature in blue ink will still be required beneath the typed version of your buyer's name. All further lines are auto-populated or filled in by the asset management company, except for the broker signature in the bottom center. Please make note that if you are using your actual name and your business name, a social security number and EIN number will be required. Once again, if your business name and your personal name are on the contract, please provide us with both social security and EIN numbers. Well, believe it or not, we are all finished. Congratulations on completing the 9548. I hope this video helped you guys out. If there's anything else that PEMCO can do for you, please contact us. We're always here to help. Thanks a lot. Have a wonderful day.